Hello, my name is Diana. I am the program coordinator at the Buchanan Area Senior Center. Welcome to our program, Conversations with Friends. Today we have Judi Jason is our featured guest. Judi is a volunteer at the BASC for some years now. She is a big help and a lead on our garden committee. She does a lot of volunteering with other programs, coming in, answering phones, just whatever needs to be done. She is right here. And she's also newly appointed on our board of directors. So she is now a director at the Buchanan Area Senior Center. She has a wonderful story to tell, so I'm very excited to get to know her, to let you get to know her. This program is recorded, just to let you know here. So watching this, you're probably either on YouTube or on our Facebook channel. We have several different programs that we have recorded. With the pandemic, when we're unable to have really live or big programs, we utilize that platform, and it looks like we probably will get back to it a little bit more. We kind of took a pause, and life got really busy because we went from being slow to being serving the community in a grander way, so we're very excited. But today is all about Judi. Judi, how are you today?
Good, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Sure.
I appreciate you and all that you do, and how you help me all the time, so thank you. So tell me about you, like, where did you grow up at? What kind of childhood did you have?
I grew up in Detroit, and our family
I'm
moved.
gonna pause you for a minute, because it lost connection. I don't know when.
Are you on the BASC Wi-Fi?
It's gone.
Not
I don't know.
the Websum?
Yeah, I don't know, but we are being recorded now.
Okay. I grew up in Detroit, and our family then moved to the suburbs, Mount Clemens, Michigan, which is where I went to high school. I came from, when we lived in Detroit, I came from a neighborhood that was like a melting pot. My mother and grandmother were from Romania. All the kids around us were Italian, Bosnian, Belgium, Switzerland, everywhere. So we grew up all in families that really didn't speak English that much. I understood Romanian, but I wouldn't speak it because everybody spoke in English, and I wasn't going to be any different. Our family was a family of really gypsies. They did fortune telling and tea leaves, and they were junkers, and it was quite interesting, to say the least. And I thought that was normal. So, and because of that, I'm a junker too. I like to go to some flea markets, and when we lived in Chicago, going down the alleys, my husband loves it too. You'd find so much, as you probably know. Yeah. But yeah, from there, as I said, we moved out to Mount Clemens, and then from there I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. I got a job with No Nonsense Pantyhose.
Oh, I remember those. No nonsense, yes.
The orange packets. I was transferred to North Carolina, to Charlotte. Then I was transferred to Chicago, and now I'm in Buchanan.
So I'm going to take you back a little bit to your childhood. So, being the gypsy, that
Crazy.
is, yeah, but that's a very strong bond.
Yes. There was a lot of family, a lot of cousins of cousins of cousins,
Okay.
It was a strong community,
Okay. So in your community, everybody have homes, or did the families live together?
Yeah, no, they had homes. Everyone had homes.
Had their own
Yeah.
homes, okay. Okay, and then, so they would just go to somebody's house and just bring out the cards?
Oh, yeah.
And do the
Yeah.
tea leaves?
Oh, yeah. There were large groups.
Were you fascinated by that as a child?
No, I just thought it was normal.
Okay, so you
Thought
just
everyone's family did that.
Well, how old were you when you realized that your family was unique?
I don't know. Maybe like 10, something like that.
Okay.
There were a lot of, they were very argumentative people, and a lot of curses being put on each other, Like, oh my God, this is crazy. Yeah. But, like I said, I just thought it was the norm.
Okay. And then you went to Atlanta
I did, yep.
for No Nonsense. What did you do with them?
I was in sales.
Okay, yeah, you did sales, okay.
Yeah, I've been in sales pretty much my whole life.
Now, did you get any kind of education for that, or do you just right into the sales and start a?
No, in college I had a degree in sociology and industrial psychology, so no, it had nothing to do with any of that.
Okay. Did you thought about being a social worker?
Yes, yes, that was my initial thought. And then I found out there really wasn't a whole lot of money in that. And so I got into sales. My parents owned a wholesale tobacco and candy store. And it was before the big Walmart and Kmart and all those, they would sell wholesale to all these small mom and pop, you know, beer stores and drug stores and schools for their fundraisers and things like that.
Okay.
So I kind of worked in that and, you know, kind of got that bug, I guess, from my dad because he was quite the salesperson.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
In fact, when I was younger, my dad also had vending machines. And at the time, cigarettes were 32 cents. And I was the one that taped the pennies on the backs of the cigarette packs because you could only put 35 cents into the vending machines. So I would tape.
Oh, really? For their change back?
Yes. Yeah.
That is a crazy story.
Dating myself a lot there, but.
Was that the kind that you pulled?
Yes, oh yes, yeah,
Oh my gosh. And that's crazy.
yeah, it was.
Did he pay you for that?
Oh, probably $1 or something. It wasn't much.
So how long were you down in Atlanta?
Let me see. I don't know, about 4 years, I think.
Did you like it? Like the
Yeah,
area?
yeah, I did. It was, you know, I was much younger at the time
Right.
and single and a lot of singles in Atlanta. And it was really a party city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, do you like the large city?
Well, I
During that
did.
time, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Now I love it here. It's, you know, exactly
Different
what.
season.
Yeah, different time in your life.
Was there anything in Atlanta that? Was there anything in Atlanta that you really enjoyed doing? Like, or did you go outside of Atlanta to, travel or?
Oh, a little. We'd go to, Chattanooga, Tennessee, up that way. I remember doing that. But there was really so much going on in Atlanta.
Were you downtown then?
No, I was on it's called the perimeter.
Okay, yeah.
It goes around the city. And I was in Sandy Springs.
So now Atlanta is huge. It is a huge market. So was it big back then, or was it growing, would you say?
It was probably growing.
Okay.
And I had several friends from that I knew in Detroit that had moved to Atlanta. So it was kind of fun.
Oh, cool. Okay, and then were you like a regional manager or something like that?
No.
Just
it was-
doing the sales,
Yeah.
going out there, traveling. Did you travel overseas at all?
No, not overseas, but I did travel with no nonsense because my territory was Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Beautiful country.
Yeah, it was. And Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee.
And that's where you would drive then?
Yeah, and I had girls working in those cities, so I guess I was kind of a manager. But yeah, I had to make sure that they were doing their jobs, and I also had to get as many accounts as I possibly could.
Okay. So you just kind of just enjoyed the single life down there?
Yeah,
Had a lot of fun, and then?
traveled.
Yeah, traveled, and then you went to Chicago. Was it with no nonsense?
No, I went to North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina, okay.
First, yeah.
Okay.
And that was different. That was different than Atlanta. Atlanta was more cosmopolitan. North Carolina was more, you want to come over for a barbecue.
A little bit rural. Was it like near Charlotte?
It was Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So although Charlotte's changed a lot too, but when I lived there, you couldn't get liquor by the drink. You had to bring a bottle, which was great when I took customers out because I had the best liquor cabinet in all of North Carolina because I'd always have to buy them a new bottle. You couldn't take an open bottle to clients, and then I got to take it home. Put it at my expenses and take it home.
Those are the days when you worked hard and played hard.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I moved to Chicago.
Still
And-
with No Nonsense?
No, I was with Haynes then,
Okay, so still
the
with
egg.
Okay,
Banny
yeah.
Legs.
yeah, legs. Yep, I was with them and, stayed with them for a little while, and then I I started selling radio advertising.
Okay.
Did that for 20-some years, and then I sold forklifts for
Oh, you was in radio for 27 years?
20-some, yeah.
Wow.
And then I started selling forklifts and did that for 24 years. So it was a career.
Yeah, so in Chicago, a suburb, downtown?
No, we lived north of Wrigley Field.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was,
That's a nice
we had a
area.
nice house, yeah. Yeah, it was. It was called Lincoln Square.
Oh, yeah,
You know
that's
where it
great,
is.
yeah.
Yeah. And it was a nice area. When we first moved there, it wasn't so hot. It was a lot of drugs going on. But it changed, you know. I mean, the houses now, they're building them are, what, $1.5 million?
That Cafe Sal Marie is awesome.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think it closed, didn't it?
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, so then we left there and came to Buchanan. We bought a house here to retire in, and we just retired a little earlier than we thought. And at the time, you know, it was great, but we are even finding out that sometimes the spacing, our quilting and sewing project groups, you know, we have 8 people sign up for next week, we have 8 machines, but you can't fit 8 people in the craft room, so we get to utilize this area, which is, we're really blessed, but we have found that we are, you know, there are times that we do outgrow the space. That's why Adam was so, you know, involved in getting the sunroom done, so we have more spacing, and we get to utilize that for programs and meetings and a lot of different things. I chair yogas out there on Thursdays. So that's one thing, you know, I know that some of the other senior centers, they're working about how can they, I know Prairie Springs as well, you know, they've outgrown some of their spaces. They're working through that. Well, we had went through this, I think about 14, 15 years ago when this was built.
2010.
Yeah. And even
2010,
now, it's, I mean, we had to have a meeting in the kitchen the other day, because every single room, literally, the craft room, the library, the Spear office, both of these rooms, the sunroom.
Yeah.
So we just sat around the counter.
They couldn't have picked a better location of the apartments.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know, that's divine intervention.
Yeah, I mean, and I know people come from all over to come to this particular one because of all the programs, and you have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Well, that has to, yeah, it's the team event, so
Yeah.
it's definitely, yeah. So we are very blessed. And our volunteers, because,
All of you have.
yeah, I mean, I get to
volunteered at one
speak
time,
just
I think.
alone on the garden.
Oh,
You know, our
gosh.
garden committee, you know, it takes all of them. There's like probably 8 of you guys. And they work, oh, Gina, you're on that too. You know, we start planning in January and we go through October.
Yeah.
And,
So it is a lot of work.
it is a lot of work, but it's fun and it's community.
is.
So I'm just talking about with the, I've been off the volunteering. But to do with the volunteering, it does, you know, we can't do it all with, we have 5 people on our staff, 4 full-time and a part-time person. There's no way that we cannot do this. So with the volunteers, with the board's sharing their time in volunteering. We have 3 board members here today, so thank you, Jess, Jeannie, and of course Judy being here, and our executive director, Adam. So yeah, it does, and as we're growing and as our programs are changing, because we're changing with the new generation that's coming up. So we're learning on how does that work for you? What kind of programs do you want to see? If you have any suggestions, please let me know or let Adam know. You know, we do our best to do that research and try to find somebody to come in. But yeah, with the volunteering, that's awesome. So now that you spend a lot of time volunteering, did you volunteer for anybody else in town at this time?
No, just a little for the library
Okay.
at one point, yeah. I think it's,
Well, we keep you busy here.
yeah, and for everyone, yeah.
Okay. What do you like to do then in your spare time?
Well, I love watercolors, and I've started taking classes the last year or so. And they have great classes. They've had a great class here. Also at Lavender Farms, they have watercolor classes. And that teacher, she's excellent. In fact, I went down to Indiana for a couple of classes from her down there. And I like to cook,
Now
eat.
you take cooking
I
classes.
take cooking classes in St. Joe, yeah, at the at Culinary Cottage. And they do it. It's fun. It's a fun time. And what else do I like to do? My mind. Craft. I like crafts. Garden at the senior center. I read a lot.
Oh, what kind of books do you like to read?
Just junk. You know,
I'm sure there are authors who
they probably would agree with me. It's a lot of lawyer and murder.
detective
and,
type work,
yeah,
and
yeah.
solving crimes,
Yes,
thrillers.
yes, I think I
Are
could
you
do
pretty good at solving those crimes?
no, not really. But yeah, I do like that, and I do like to watch Netflix. They've got some good movies and series on lately.
Yeah.
The one I'm watching now, I don't know if you guys get Netflix, is The Resident. Has anyone seen that? Oh, good.
Is that like a whodunit type thing?
No, it's a doctor thing.
Okay.
Yeah, The Resident. Yeah, but it's good. Yeah. So that's like 6 seasons and a lot of episodes. So I'll be watching that for a while.
And you have a little doggy.
Oh God. Yes.
Her story on her dog is hilarious.
Dog.
What's the dog's name?
Coco.
Coco.
Coco Loco.
Yeah, Coco Love is what she's saying.
Oh, she knows her. Yeah, she's a beagle, and we rescued her in 2020 in the pandemic, and she was supposed to be 2, but I think she's older. But she just is into everything. 4 o'clock comes, and she changes into a different dog. I don't know what happens.
You said right on the dot.
Yeah, oh, it's pretty much, yeah. She gets up at 7 and goes crazy at 4. And she'll just steal anything. The other day, Tim bought a loaf of bread and it was on the counter. And, just the end of the bag, the part that you open, it was too close, I guess. I mean, she jumps up there. Her fat little body jumps up there and grabs the bread, and I can tell she's quiet. Something's wrong.
Just like a toddler.
Yeah, she's eating half the loaf of bread. I don't know. I don't know. She's funny, but sometimes she's too much. I'm too old. Yeah, Cindy's got a nice dog.
What kind of dog do you have?
Everglue.
A what?
Everglue.
Oh.
Just well behaved, happy, friendly. My dog's aloof, She'll sniff for a minute and then I'm done. And everyone says, well, you should take her to daycare. Well, she doesn't really play with other dogs. She was a barn dog, and she was a breeder. And she just doesn't get it. She doesn't get ball or fetch or none of that, Just steal everything. That's what she gets.
So where does she take this stuff that she's stealing? Does she underneath the bed or under?
No, she chews on it. She'll chew on everything. Tim's chapsticks. I don't know how many she's got. Oh my God. He had a Tums on the counter. She got that. I mean, it's just everything. Anything she could find. Today she found a stink bug. Oh my God, you'd think that she was I don't know what, she just played with it, threw it around.
If someone play with a ball, but she'll play with a stink bug.
Yeah. The other day she walked in from the garage and I saw this tail hanging out of her mouth. She got the mouse trap and there was a mouse in it, I guess. And she's got the head in her mouth and the tail and the other part of the mouse traps. She ate a live snake one day when I was walking her. I mean, she's just, God. It's a nightmare. It is. Tim threatens to get rid of her like every other day.
I love asking her, what's the new story today?
Oh, God, yeah.
So, what makes you laugh?
You.
And Coco.
my husband. Just having a good time, you know. I don't take things all real seriously. I used to. I was more intense. Well, when you work on, as I did in forklifts and in radio, you work on commissions, so that was always stressing me out. I mean, it's like you never knew what your paycheck was going to be, and if I didn't sell in a forklift, oh God, it was just. But now, I don't get paid for anything, so it's.
No worries.
No worries, no.
You don't expect anything.
Right, that's right, yeah. So it's, yeah, I don't get stressed out anymore. I don't argue with my husband, I totally ignore him. You know, he thinks I'm deaf. I'm like, I'm not deaf, I just don't listen to you.
That's how I have a happy marriage.
That's right, just walk away, okay. But yeah, I just enjoy life.
Yeah, that you do.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, I've got a lot to be grateful for.
Well, thank you so much
Well, you're
for being
welcome.
here.
Thank you for asking me.
Yeah.
I hope I wasn't too dull.
Oh, that's
So as we're talking about volunteers, I wanted to let you know that we're always looking for volunteers at the BASC.
Yes.
And we are, or Adam is really being an advocate with the board and looking at ways how you can come out, how the patrons can share with us or what they want. Like I said earlier, what are you looking for? Being a part of it, getting your volunteer hours in. And we're having a program next week. Let me confirm everything, because I have many programs in my head. The 17th, so that's a week from today, at 2 o'clock at the same time. So that'll be easy to remember. It's going to learn more about volunteering at the BASC. We have different committees, and the different committees are going to have a couple people talking about what we're doing, where we're at, what is the vision, where we want to go with that. And like I said earlier, it does take a team, because you know, when you have 4.5, I don't mean he's a full person, but you know, full-time, a half part-time person. We can't do it all on our own. And even though we try, we're finding out that we do need your help. So we're asking that you please attend if you're interested, or if not, you just want to know what's going on and or information, please do so. If you know somebody who might be interested, please send them our way. If you can't make the meeting, still send them our way. We'd love to talk to them. Jamie is our coordinator for our volunteers, so she'll be your contact person. But I think, anything else you want to add? No? Okay, excellent. Well, you guys, thank you. What a great turnout.
Thank you.
We love seeing you here, so thank you so
appreciate it.
much. Judy, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.